beautiful evening, Tuesday evening here in March in Snohomish County. Steve Sawyer, how are you?
I'm good, Scott. I'm looking forward to a nice game tonight. It's pretty cold out here, but I think we're going to live.
I think we will. It's a beautiful night. We're perched outside the little booth here, so cozy as the great PA announcer Todd Martin goes through the starting lineup. Snohomish coming in, they've had a challenging first start. They're done well. They just coming off a tough overtime loss to Woodinville, Steve.
Yeah,
but Ben had a good year so far.
Yeah, they didn't have an answer for Woodinville, but all of the games prior to Woodinville, they've showed some real force on offense, and they've moved the ball really well this year. So I think we're going to see the old Snohomish come back to this game.
They had a great year last year, third in 3A, according to Inside Lacrosse right now, as the music kind of gets down, as the captains are out. In blue is the Meadowdale Mavericks, their head coach Nick Gregory, and Chris Cote, the head coach for Snohomish. Snohomish 4-2. They had wins against Glacier Peak. Meadowdale, they've played once before. It was like, I think, the first game of the year, and they had quite soundly beat them. Then Issaquah, Cascade, Jackson. Their only losses against the defending 4A champs Eastlake, 11-8, and then the 4A semifinalist, the one we just referred to, a tough one, 9-8 in OT. Those are tough.
Yeah, I think they just didn't have an answer for Woodinville ball pressure and Woodinville's ball control.
We'll see tonight. I don't know if you want to try and run down as we get ready for action here, the starting lineups for the Snohomish Panthers.
So for Snohomish, we got
the face-off for Snohomish, number 7, Seth Martin, and for Meadowdale, number 1.
Seth Martin there at the X.
So for Snohomish, we got number 2, Owen Wallace. We got number 6, Brian Call. We got number 7, Seth Martin. Number 11, Caden Wynn. Number 15, Danny Pike. Silas Struhl. Number 28, Carter Cushing. Number 44, Justice Cagle. And number 9, Ryan Cote. And in the cage, his younger brother, Ian Cote, freshman.
All right, Aaron Payne picks it up for Meadowdale. Off the face-off, Aaron Payne. I got to talk to his father, Scott Payne, who helps out. He came from the East Coast. As Meadowdale is going to start this off with the ball. First quarter action here.
So, Scott, I think Meadowdale's key tonight is ball control. They need to make sure that they're controlling the ball and they're having Snohomish have the ball as little as possible, because Snohomish's offense is really powerful, and they're going to have a tough time dealing with them if they let them have the ball.
Oh, trying to get over inside, and turnover is picked up by the Snohomish goalie.
And turnover, Snohomish,
Ian Cote, as you said, the goalie for Snohomish, tries to get it.
Physical play right off the back, Scott.
Right up, doorstep, under the feet, and there's the goal for Snohomish, and that was Justice Cagle. He's their leading scorer.
Justice Cagle, number 44, at 10:45 in the first quarter.
Yeah, Justice Cagle has 10 goals on the game. Now that's number 11, or 10 goals on the season. That's number 11.
And that did not take long. Boy, transition, they got it up to him in a heartbeat, and he put it through.
That's what I was saying, Scott. I mean, Meadowdale has got to control that ball because Snohomish's transition is so powerful.
Payne back to the line for Meadowdale.
Payne.
Colston Jones now at the line for.
And now Colston Jones there. As Meadowdale's been around for a few years, they're having a tough year. They don't have a huge, deep squad, as you can probably see on your screen, as they've split up a lot of the schools as Snohomish takes it. He fakes, shoots, and scores. Rolling down.
Ryan Cote, number 9. Actually, I believe he's their leading scorer on the season. I think he has 13 goals on the season. That should be number 14.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But after a scrum for the ball, Ryan streaks down,
10-24,
scores immediately.
Well, there you go. The coaches obviously, he's been schooled for many, many years. Has Chris Cote been a big part of Snohomish lacrosse for years, even the 7-8 for a while.
Dad, military man, very structured practice. Sons are the same way. Hard work ethic.
Cote's got one, Kegel's got one, and here's also face off. There's control. And here once again is Cote on the near side. Let's see if they try and get in a set, an offensive set. Get it up top. Back on the far side here, playing this game at Glacier Peak High School for Snohomish. The Panthers. They lost some big-time talent last year. As you see, drives in, corner right off the pipe. Rebound there for the Panthers, and it's back out. And quickly, but it's broken up.
You know, Scott, they lost some stick skills, but really what they lost is speed. They have 2 track athletes that they lost that were just absolute speedsters, blazing down the field. And
there's another turnover, and it's picked up. This time it's Caden Wynn for the Panthers. They're right back on attack here. Oh, behind the back. Oh, and Wallace getting saucy with it, a little wide.
That backhand went right off of the pipe.
Wallace with it now, back around at X. Fun to get boys lacrosse. We got some girls lacrosse coming up a little later here in the spring on STSPN. Outside drive, tried to spin now. Ball's down, but it's secured nicely there by MJ.
So you're going
Keith, number 13 in white.
You're going to see Snohomish really spreads out their offense, and what they try to do is they try to get ISOs on short sticks. But what they have to keep careful of is Meadowdale is really good at closing in on the defender or the offensive player.
There's a swing and a miss right there. Outside, that was Quentin Graves.
Just wide.
Sophomore, just wide, picked up by Snohomish. Up 2-0 here in the first quarter. Inside. And the defensive pressure. There's a bouncer in for Quentin Graves.
Shot and goal by Quentin Graves at 8:03 in the first period.
So I like what Quentin Graves did there, because what he's talking about is, you know, he can throw a cranker from outside, but he was so far out that he changed levels and actually pulled a bounce shot out, tricked the goalie, and got it in the net.
Goalie for Meadowdale, Jake Reef, a senior. And so, yeah, they lose Messina, does Snohomish, who is just, again, a speedster and had a tremendous year in the football field, all conference, all everything.
For Meadowdale at the line.
And then Trenton Brown, as you talked about before. So 3-0, 8:03 left here in the first quarter. And who's going to come away with this face-off? Seth Martin gives it up, and it's 14 in blue. That's Ricky Nilsson. Nilsson trying to find an open Maverick. He does. Here's a long shot. It's picked up relatively easily.
17, Tyler Carlin.
And here's the Mavericks back in charge. Ball down. And the Panthers in white come up with it. Get over to Ryan.
Yeah, Scott, Meadowdale's really going to have to get a lot more aggressive on the ground balls. They can't lose those ground balls. They have to control the ball. They have to control the clock on the Snohomish Panthers.
Speaking of clocks, I am really enjoying in the college game, Steve, that they actually have a shot clock now in the men's lacrosse.
You know, when they took it out of the hands of the referees or the officials to have to worry about when to put the clock on, it was the greatest decision that they ever made. It makes the game much faster, it makes the game much cleaner, and it lets the officials focus on what they really need to focus on and not the flow of the game.
Well, I agree. From a viewing standpoint, it just adds all kinds of excitement. They've now put it in the women's game. They had a 90-second possession clock that's actually been there for, I think, 3 years. And it's just nice to see when you're watching college lacrosse that they've instigated that. Working from X is Wallace. 2 and white, now loses it on the pass. And Nilsson, 14, goes back to his goalie. Goalie tries to clear, long pass, and Murda picks it up. Russ trying to get it. Meredith Russ telling us this is his first year ever playing lacrosse, really loves the game, 5 and blue. But there's a lot of kids on this Maverick team. Coach was telling us that they've never played before. It's a very new sport to them. They're having a great time, but they just don't have the stick skills. They haven't been doing this for years.
Well, and I think the hardest part is not so much the stick skills and it's not so much the athletic ability. It really comes down to having that chemistry and playing together as a squad and really being able to know what each other is going to do at any time.
Tyler Carlin looking, and yeah, if it wasn't a shot, that means it's not blue ball. Now, you have one official on this game, which is a little bit rare. Usually there's at least 2.
It's going to be a tough row to hoe for that gentleman.
Yeah, he's got to stay in the middle. Ryan goes down behind the back, and it's stopped.
Reef with the amazing stop from the behind the back shot. I don't think you need to get fancy there, Scott. I think you just need to find a spot, get it in the cage.
Cote tries it, or no, excuse me, that's Wallace. Tried a little low bounce shot, be picked up by Snohomish. Number 44 in white, Justice Cagle. I mean, he's not the leading scorer coming in. Still at 10, now he has 11, already has 1 today.
Right.
And Payne there to get in the middle of it as Aaron Payne, the junior. He is one of the more experienced lacrosse players on the Mavericks team.
I think you're seeing Snohomish get a little sloppy, and they're not watching or making sure of their passes. I think they need to get back to where they were, make sure those passes play clean like Coach shows them how to play.
We'll have to go down and figure out who 28 is. I don't have him on the roster here for blue for the Mavericks. Outside near the 30-yard line there. Payne looks, that's a deep ball, and it's picked up.
Shot by Aaron Payne, saved by Ian Cote.
Ian Cote, the goalie.
Payne goes for the 5-hole, but Cote has it covered, knows right where it's going.
Wallace tries it. Wide left, and it'll stay with the Panthers. Todd Elvig in our control room in the booth. Big shout out to everybody in the truck.
So Scott, this
we weren't allowed in the booth, Steve. There's a big caution tape up, as you see behind X. Cagle, does it get through? It does. Nice work there. The dynamic duo, Wallace.
Shot on goal by Justice Cagle, number 44.
To Justice Cagle.
3:20 remaining in the first period.
Second of the quarter, Steve.
Yeah, Justice is dialed it for sure. And I think, so what you'll see is because of Cagle's size, they're going to run him like a post player or a post-up forward. So they're going to run a lot of plays off of him in the middle.
Sounds good to me. Seems to be working.
So far.
Colton Jones at the line for Snohomish.
So
Aaron
back
Payne
at
for Meadowdale.
the face-off here. Three to nothing. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Scott Oshman, Steve Stoyer with you. Also Todd Elbingen running the board. Having fun out here on a nice March evening.
Carl Wallace with the ground ball there.
So Scott, Meadowdale's winning the draws, but they're not keeping the ball. So once they win the draw, he's definitely beating his opponent from Snohomish. but Snohomish is way more aggressive, and they're flipping the ball to their wing players.
Yeah, they spread them out. As you see, Ryan Cote already has one. He's working behind X. Tried a little
Quick
dump
stick.
off there. The quick stick
Didn't have the
to
handle.
Owen, not there. And here come the Mavericks trying to hold off. And he loses it. There's a flag. That's Eric Beach, 24 in blue for the Mavericks. We got one official here tonight. We're out amongst the crowd. This is fun.
It looks like they might have got Justice Cagle for a slash.
I feel like we could get, you know, there could be hecklers out here.
There could
Understandably so.
Hey, we welcome that, don't we?
The penalty, Justice.
Will be 1 minute.
1 minute. 3-0 here. Snohomish, the Panthers in the home. They're whites. Mavericks with the ball now on the far side of the field, trying to get in a rhythm. Brendan Walsh, number 2, over their back behind, and there's a goal. Is that a goal?
Yes.
What number was that? I think we're all asking. I'm going to have to go in the booth, Steve. That was a goal.
That was the sneaky goal.
I don't know who did it, though. I'm talking to...
Goal for Meadowdale. I'm not quite sure who it was.
Yeah, it should be 4-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4-1. Takes a village here to help out, make sure everything's right. I want to get that accurate. Who scored that goal, though, for Meadowdale?
Number 17, Tyler Carlin.
Oh, okay. Tyler Carlin with the goal. People helping people, Steve.
So Tyler just found some room between Ian Cote and the pipe.
Yeah, he did. That was a
playing
squeaker.
tight on that side, but he got it through.
Barely anybody in the stadium knew there was a goal here. Snohomish back with it. And they'll get it back outside on the left.
You'd never know. It was Meadowdale's first of the game.
Yeah, Seth Martin, there's 7. Back out. Carter Cushing. And as you know, Steve, you and I, with the girls, we've worked that booth and the scoreboard. It's tough rowing in there. There's a little assist and a bang. Again, Ryan Cote puts it through quickly.
It's that
5-1.
It's that Cagle-Cote
yes.
duo. It's lethal.
A lot of Cotes out on the field today.
At 1:17 remaining in the first period.
So Snohomish 5. Meadowdale 1. What's that?
Number 2, Owen Wallace.
Oh God, we have replay tonight. That means I get to hang out here in the warm booth. 5-1, Snohomish. Snohomish getting back. They're the face-offs. They've come up with many. We're not tracking that right here, but our statistician called in sick. Steve.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
1 minute, under 1 minute left to go in this quarter.
Freshman Cannon Taylor's on the field now. Number 33.
Excellent.
Been playing since he was in 3rd grade.
Justice looking. He swings it a little wide. Boy, a great vantage point right here. You could see him just rolling it up.
That had a little English on it.
It did. He tried to put a little sauce. Back around. Curls the crease. And Owen Wallace, he wants one. He's denied so far, but he wants one.
Scott, I'd like to see on that one, I'd like to see Owen Wallace take 2 more steps towards the center of the goal.
Owen has 9 goals and 14 assists coming into tonight. And you can see that behind X. He's a giver. Snohomish hanging on now. They'll get it, no problem here. There's 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Now they got to Go to the cage. Stop by the goalie, Reef, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Snohomish 5, Meadowdale 1. You're watching boys high school lacrosse right here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. We'll be back right after
Daniels
this.
Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniels the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniels and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniels.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
We're back here at Glacier Peak High School. Snohomish Panthers, the home team in white. They're up 5-1 after one quarter. Scott Oshman, Steve Story with you. Todd Elvig running the dials. Glad to get high school boys lacrosse on STSPN, Steve.
Seth Martin for
No, you were a long time. What position did you play here on the old Lax field?
So I was a goalie and I was a defender.
Okay. So you're a defensive specialist. You're kind of the Matt Patricia of lacrosse. Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, I was the lockdown guy.
And your daughter, of course, Shelby,
the enforcer,
the goalie for Snohomish, heading to the mighty Bearcats of University of Willamette down there in Salem.
Joining your daughter.
That's right. Snohomish comes up with it. One more time, Seth Martin. Back down, and there is Owen Wallace, who is having a good year. They're still early relatively in the season here. Snohomish is going to throw it around. 11:36 just to start the second quarter.
So it looks like Coach Cote has talked to them about settling it down and moving the ball around because they were just trying to force it too much before, and they have a much stronger offense. They don't have to force it.
Nice pick there. Try to get it in. Kegels shoots, but it's a little wide. Nice job by the goalie, Jake Reef.
I think Reef got a foot on that.
Yeah, something that's going to hurt tomorrow. And there's a big wide swing. Boy, that was just a bit outside.
I think that was don't worry about where I'm pointing,
Maverick.
but I'm just going to shoot.
And nice job on the ride there by Snohomish. Yeah, look at him go. Carter Cushing, the junior, making it Snohomish come back. And Snohomish again will settle down. Maverick having not a lot of opportunities there on the offensive end, Steve, They got one in. These two teams just little different places right now. Look at Wallace working the angle. He turns, shoots, and scores.
Shot blank goal by number 2, Owen Wallace.
Owen Wallace,
At 10-12.
the sophomore, gets into the scoring column.
I think correction on Cushing, Scott. I think he's a senior.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm only as good as my roster preparer.
For
See,
everyone
this
out
is good.
there.
We should do all these games out here because it's like instant fact checkers.
Yeah. For everyone out
It's
there.
fantastic.
I'm the one that prepared the sheet.
Yeah,
so
usually
my bad.
we're in the booth. No one talks to us. We're getting stuff wrong just nonstop. This is great.
But if we make it sound like we know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
then it
confidence
sounds
is the
real.
key. Owen Wallace puts that one in.
They don't pay us to be smart, Scott. They pay us to talk.
Yeah, if they paid us. 10 goals this year for Owen Wallace to go with his many, many assists, and Snohomish will come up with it one more time. Colston Jones.
Number 20, Colston Jones.
Well, you did have only about 10 to 12 minutes to prepare the rosters.
I think that is 3 players for Snohomish at least that are in double digits already on the year for goals.
Well, if that's not true, we'll find out in moments. Now, freshman Neubauer, he's got 14 goals as well, according to Chris Cotes. And there's another. And
Quick move by Owen Wallace.
And that's Wallace again.
At 9:38.
So Snohomish starting to put it on here. But it looks controlled, Steve, as you were saying.
No, that's the whole thing. Snohomish is all about settling the ball and controlling the ball. They have the offensive set. It's very difficult to defend. It's just a matter of controlling the ball. They can't force things.
And Sean Butler back at the line for the faceoff.
Well, you set up, if you set up those one-on-ones, but if you give them space and
it's just like a basketball offense.
Yep.
You can run everything off of it. You can run pick and rolls. You can run ISOs.
And Colston Jones with the
But you got to have the setup.
Jones again, 20 in white, taking the face off there. Broken up briefly by Sean Butler. The defense long stick right there. And now Ryan Cote has it deep, far left, right. See if he can find a crease to the crease. That's just power right there.
Ryan Cote with the score, number 9, at 9:08.
And that is his third. There's a hat trick right there, Steve.
Scott, Meadowdale just needs. I mean, they're not crashing right now. They're not coming with help. There's nobody behind. Everybody's trying to take them one-on-one, and Snohomish's players are just beating them.
Yeah, Tristan Birch there, number 3. He did not. Nobody slid to help him out. He kind of had to give up the inside move. Just a good power move there by Ryan Cote.
Yeah, missing second slide, third slide, fourth slide sometimes. They're not even sliding the first time. They just need to get to that, and I think they're going to see a big difference.
Snohomish up 8-1 now. Here in the second quarter, 9:08 left to go. Scott Oshman, Steve Sawyer with you, helping out the guys in the booth. But I've been in the booth. I know. It's stressful.
It is.
Especially, you don't want to be the clock guy.
Especially when you have mechanical difficulties.
Oh, yeah. That's when you shut the door of the booth, when everyone's yelling at you. Wallace seeing what he can do there on Aaron Payne, him not having much of it. I'll get back to Ryan. And there's Birch back over. Payne trying to settle him down. Justice, though, close. It's right on the line. It scraped out of there. And
yeah, that
was just literally inches from the line.
That was ill-advised. Justice didn't have enough angle on that shot. He really needed to get it to somebody else and get a better angle.
And Ricky Nilsson has it, gets it back to Reef, and now a long clear, and he is greeted heavily As he had it for just a second, did Sean Butler from the Mavericks in blue, and quickly.
Yeah, Brian Call just made
just said
a lumber check.
I don't think so. Did you remember I was here? I just walked into the booth, Steve. It's just a different temperature climate in there. It's actually not too bad out here for Seattle. We have to talk about the weather. What else?
We would generate too much hot air in there, and then we'd get too hot.
We're working our way out here. Wallace out here. Near side. Goes back up.
So if
MJ
you notice,
Keith.
Snohomish is just stretching their defense out. So the Snohomish players are playing really far out, so they're getting Meadowdale's defense out of their rhythm, getting them too far out so they can't slide. And it's just really why they're missing their slides. They're not playing tight defense.
There's a great cut to the cage there. It's broken up. But Ryan Cote wanted another one, and Keefe will get it back in his stick. 23 in blue, the goalie, and he'll try and clear this. And Reef is just going to bring it out, get closer. Gets it over. There's Walsh, Brennan Walsh, number 2. He looks quick. God, the color of his shoes, I didn't know if he had shoes on. He is greeted by the Snohomish defense and hits the deck. It'll stay blue Maverick ball.
I think he might be running barefoot.
I think he does have shoes on. Eric Beach with the ball.
They're kind of a peach tone.
And it looks like there's a timeout called on the field. We'll take a timeout as the legend Briggs is here. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more second quarter STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
.6:22 left to go in the half here. Snohomish in the white. The Meadowdale Mavericks in the blue. Scott Oshman, Steve Sawyer here. Our inaugural 2019 here Boys High School Lacrosse edition. And the Mavericks down 8-1. They lost heavy to Snohomish earlier this season. And the Mavericks just trying to get something going. One goal so far, and that's Tyler Carlin, who was chasing after that ball, but didn't quite get it to it. It went out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Panthers. Yeah. Late start tonight, too. This is way past my bedtime, Sawyer.
Yeah, 8 o'clock start tonight.
Sheesh.
Scott, the Mavericks just need to figure out how to control the ball. But now that we're on defense, they need to figure out how to tighten up their defense so they can help each other and we can get slides.
And that's a turnover there. Errant pass by Carl Wallace there, trying to go. So it'll go back to Mavericks ball, and there's the long locks of number 24, Eric Beach. And the defense on the ride, that's been an issue for the Mavericks as well. Just ball, like you said, ball control, just bring it up in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, every time they get the ball, they're losing it because Snohomish is so tenacious on the ground balls and just so tenacious on anybody carrying the ball.
Now there's a whistle. I mean, we have one official here. What's going on, Steve? Now it's back to Snohomish. Was there an offsides?
Yeah, it looked like somebody was subbing, like there might have been an offsides on the sub.
Ryan Cote away in the back, now punches it out. And here's Wallace now from the top. He did a lot of damage from behind the goal in the first quarter. And Snohomish here on the near side working the angles. This is when, again, games like there's a shot wide right. Wallace wants more.
Just a bit outside.
Exactly.
Owen Wallace with the shot.
It'll stay Snohomish ball, but this is where, again, if you're a Maverick fan here, this is where you want the shot clock because at least you're going to get the ball back. Now,
exactly.
in theory, these guys could just sit on it.
I think Coach Cote is saying if my players keep shooting like that, though, that Mavericks are going to get back in the game.
Yeah. Damian Scott, 24, a freshman, at least on this roster. With the shot there, it bounces back outside, and it'll be picked up by Quentin Graves. And back over here. Snohomish. And there is the freshman. Tries to go in and gets the bouncer again, and it's kind of sucked up there by Reef.
Scott defender just lost his guy, but Reef with the absolute stuff. You know, the scoreboard's not showing how well he's doing tonight.
Well, he's getting a lot of pressure. I mean, it's been relentless. The shots on goal stat has to be high as he gets it into Payne. Aaron Payne won with the ball in blue. He's the one who has probably the most experience. Tries to get it over to Russ. Russ can't hang on. And Payne comes over to try to flick some to get the ball, and they are all over.
I mean, Payne's an absolute long stick.
Carl Wallace.
I mean, just he can wield that thing like you wouldn't believe.
Carlin gets it back over outside to Brendan Walsh. Walsh is going to tiptoe back. Looks like he's got no shoes on, but he does. I got the binocs on him. There's the mystery man, 28, far side of the field with the ball. Now he shakes the defender. Rolling in, finds a wide open Maverick, can't hang on, and it'll end up in Ian Cote's stick, the goalie. Mavericks had a good look at it.
I think what's throwing us off is those cleats are those kicks are a flesh tone.
They are.
Maybe a peach.
And they just stutter step there so they don't get offsides. There's number 15. There's Danny Pike.
Just is sloppy right now, Scott. Sloppy. I think both of the coaches are doing face palms.
As Justice has it, 44 tries it, and it's saved again by Reef. Reef, though, trouble with the clear, and it end up right back in a white jersey.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go here.
Timeout, Snohomish.
And there's a timeout. Snohomish Coach Cote wants to talk to the Cote boys.
I think it is time to talk to both sides. It's
And
just getting sloppy.
Draw it up. We'll be back. Here you can check out Fred's Rivertown Ale House on STSPN.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Sawyer putting a little edgy McCayton as we're out of a timeout with 2:01 left to go here in the second quarter. Snohomish in command 8-1 over the Meadowdale Mavericks.
Scott, Meadowdale needs an answer for Snohomish's ball control.
Well, I think also if I'm easier said than done. I don't know how they can just try and control possession a little bit longer. They're having trouble in the clear.
Well, I think it's not doing those ill-advised passes. I think it's just going back to basics and making sure of your passes, making sure of who you're trying to get the ball to, and not just throwing it to throw it.
Yeah. Seth Martin out there. Now the near side back behind, and they coming out of the timeout. Gonna try and set something up. Damien. Ball back out. Now on the ground. It's a 50-50. And Meadowdale comes up with a speedy Brennan Walsh.
Pete Shoes.
Little bouncer to the shortstop there. Tyler Carlin, he's got the only Maverick goal so far, 17 in blue, and number 14, there's going to get a push. Well, I love Zeke Neubauer. He just stood and waited for the official there, the flag, but it's
not really sure what was going on there. It's like
they play on after the flag,
but you got to play till you hear the whistle. Play until you're forced to stop.
Now Neubauer, the freshman midfielder, 14 goals, 3 assists in the season so far. So I guess he gets a little leeway.
Yeah, I think what he needs is some help from some of his brethren.
A friend. 14, Ricky Nilsson with it. He gets it back out to Payne.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Aaron Payne, the long stick, he can see him throwing down here.
We got under minute left in the half, Scott. Let's see if Meadowdale can put something on the board before half.
Spread them out. Payne, there it is, long range. But not this time.
Payne with the long stick blister, but Cote has an answer for it. Sees it all the way into his stick.
Cote wants to play some field. He gets it out. 31 seconds left to go here in the first half. Transition, Snohomish, bouncer in, saved by Keefe, the rebound, and it's in. 24 and white, Damian Scott. Right place, right time, garbage time, he puts it in.
Nothing the goalie hates more then his defender's not cleaning up the garbage.
As spoken like a true goalie.
You got to have your defenders on the crease to clean that stuff up. It's just too easy of a shot for the offense to pick it up and score.
First goal tonight for Damian Scott, excuse me. Looking back down here on these great preparation. I want to thank, shout out to Chris Cote. Boy, literally within minutes, you emailed him today, Sawyer, and we have a media guide here for Snohomish. Just outstanding. He was the same way we did the GP Snohomish game last year, so thank you to him. Has 20 seconds left in this first half. And Russ comes up with it. He just launches it. Again, we'll give Russ first time ever playing this game.
I think what we're seeing Meadowdale play is the hot potato offense.
Mm-hmm. As winding down here, there's a long pass, and saved by the bell is the goalie, Reef. And that'll do it for the first half. Snohomish in control, 9-1. We'll pause, take a break here for halftime, warm up a little bit, and we'll be back with the second half. Snohomish 9, Meadowdale 1.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Getting ready for the third quarter here.
Back here, Scott Oshman, Steve Sawyer, Todd Elvig in the warm booth here. Live high school boys lacrosse, Snohomish, Meadowdale. Start of the second half, Snohomish up 9-1. And if you're head coach for the Meadowdale Mavericks, Nick Gregory, Steve, what are you trying to instruct and educate your young guys here?
I think the biggest thing that he is trying to say is just, guys, settle down. Make good passes, use the fundamentals, and let's control the ball. Snohomish controlled the ball the entire game, and Mavericks have had barely any time on the clock with the ball.
Cushing gets it, the senior. And now ball on the ground. Cushing gets up with it one more time. Snohomish coming up. We're hanging out outside the booth here, right in the stands. There's a nice feed inside, wide left.
Shot by 22.
And Carl Wallace with the attempt there. And here comes Ryan Cote. Already has 3 goals, 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And there's Justice just high.
Shot by number 44, Justice Cagle.
I think, Scott, on that, you'd like to see Justice turn his hips a little bit more, and I think he can generate a lot more control, and he can generate way more power.
Did it go in?
It did.
It was almost, it's somewhat like inadvertent. It was Aaron Payne won there, and that was Ryan. They didn't know where the ball was. Either did the goalie Reef, and it just kind of rolled over the line.
So it took a bounce past the goalie, and then it just bounced right inside the outside pipe.
Well, who's going to get credit for that goal?
Scott, that's a good question.
Ryan Cote
with number 4.
In the third.
Thank you to Todd Martin, our PA announcer, for getting the call from the official table down there. 10:56 left here in the third quarter. Cote, boy, 17 goals now on the season for Ryan. And he's a 3-sport varsity athlete. Football finished 7th in the state at 160 lbs on the mat. Kid can do it all. Rare you hear, Steve, about multi-sport athletes these days in high school.
You know, and more college coaches are telling you that that's the kind of athlete that they want. They don't want the specialist. They don't want the athlete that's just been playing lacrosse their whole entire life. They want that guy that has shown the ability to play multiple sports and do multiple things. It's a much better rounded player that they can mold into their program.
Ben Hansen, 5 in white, getting some time out there, the freshman. Great opportunity for Coach Cote to get in some young fellas.
Cannon Taylor, the freshman, number 33, on the field as well.
Getting ready. After tonight, they're going to go play the Bearcats of Monroe. And that's always a good matchup as number 2, Owen Wallace there in the back. Now gets it out Justice, and here's Colson Jones, number 20, their kind of lead face-off guy. And Justice now thinking. He'll get it back out front.
Scott, speaking of Bearcats, what happened to the Willamette University Bearcats
Oh,
today?
the lady, the Bearcats, my daughter's team down in Texas for spring break, they took it on the chin, so to speak, for the mighty Pirates down there. Of, what was that school? Georgetown?
Southwestern Texas.
Southwestern Texas. There's a spin and a fire, and it's a little high. Ryan Cote looking for 5. So, yeah, they came off the big win there, Steve, and then they had a tough time. It was 16-2. They had a goalie, outstanding goalie. Nothing was getting by her. She did a great job. Here we have an injury.
So she is the catcher for the softball.
Yes, I heard that. Excellent job on the play-by-play by that kid. And who's that rolling off? They get him off. Is that... Oh, that's not good for the Mavericks. They don't have a lot of depth. That's number 3. Looks like Tristan Birch, a sophomore, and you don't want to see that for anybody anytime, but I hope he's okay. 10-1, 9:13 left here in the third quarter on a clear Tuesday night here in March up in Snohomish. We're at Glacier Peak High School here. It's Snohomish playing here. It's just a little different as the pass gets by Wallace, and it'll be Meadowdale ball.
Scott, I got to say I'm really liking Jake Reef, Meadowdale's goalie. Not only is he having an amazing game, despite what the scoreboard says, but he just carried that player all the way off the field.
Yeah, that was cool.
The goalie.
That was cool. That was very cool. Great point. I knew we had you here for a reason. No, it's been fun. We got to do the Snohomish Glacier Peak game, and there's a failure. They didn't get across the line there. They get into the box, right, and the time allowed, correct?
Right.
So that's a forced or unforced error there by Meadowdale, but again, good defense by Snohomish in that they've had trouble all night long as Snohomish retains the ball here back behind the cage.
Yeah, Scott, lacrosse is a very simple game. It's all about ball control and put the little white ball in the big giant net.
I like the guy today. He had a good one. I'm going to take it, the 6x6.
There you go.
That was good. Trying to feed a cutter.
Nice check by 36 right there to keep the ball from getting into the stick of.
Back outside here. Now, far side of the field. Now they'll swing it right back behind. Here's Ryan goes to work. Justice swings top, and it's caught.
No.
Or no, it's not. Right through. I had my binocs. It looks like he just missed it. And the
Justice Cagle just found the absolute smallest top corner that I've seen in a long time and just blisters the top corner.
It did. That is precious space right there. That's high real estate for Justice Cagle, his 3rd goal of the night.
And there's no hiding that shot. That was not any change of direction. That was not any change of levels. That was from high to high, straight top corner.
Justice, he transitioned from defense to attack in 2017. It sounded like that was probably a good decision. He had 43 goals and 1 assist in 2 seasons. You think he misses playing defense?
No, I don't. I mean, the kid can score.
He can. He's a beast. Face off here. Seth Martin going at it with Russ Meredov. And Martin gets the ball, and he'll hand it quickly off to his teammate. Little breeze now coming in. There's Damian Scott, 24 on the far side back here. Now Ryan Cote going to work on Payne. And there's ball down, and Russ comes up with it. No, he doesn't. He kicks it. Now it's a race, and they're going to kick it down. If you can't throw it down,
So
kick
apparently
it.
we've decided to change the sport to soccer.
Oh, my goodness. Still down. And Snohomish comes up with it. Carl Wallace says enough. They gave us these sticks for a reason.
Yeah.
My goodness, it looked like hockey for a second. Did I tell you I went and saw an NHL game? There's Broadway Briggs in the stands, big fella. Dad calls him Ball Hog Briggs, but Kegel bouncer. That one's stuffed by Jake Reef.
Yeah, Reef sees that one all the way in. I don't think Kegel had enough on that.
Right at the line, sneaks it. Tyler Carlin gets it back over. Ball still down, not sure where it is. Pulled up there by Snohomish, and they'll get it back in their zone. 11-1, 5:59 left to go here in the third quarter. Kalen Briggs coming off a big football year and a big year on the lacrosse field last year. Looking for him, Glacier Peak. You know, you remember Kalen, right? He camps out right on the top, right in the center aisle. Just feed the beast is what we say.
Yeah, and I think what they're doing is they're doing the same offense that they had from last year, and they're using Kegel in that same exact set.
Well, April 13th. There's a nice dish and a ripped it.
31, Quentin Graves.
And Quentin Graves, I just met his dad. There's a proud papa, hashtag proud papa right here. That's the second goal of tonight's contest.
Yeah, that's a perfect example, Scott, of Quentin Graves just finding the open spot in the middle. Nobody's there from defense because they got all their backs turned to him. He's open. They find him quickly. Quick stick right into the goal.
Assist on that, number 24.
Damian Scott gets the credit for the assist on that. Nice job there. So you were talking about a story about when you started playing lacrosse and your father-in-law. What did you say?
So when I first started dating my wife and we were engaged to be married.
The fabulous Brandy Sawyer.
I was playing men's club lacrosse in the Seattle area, and my team was from up north in the Bellingham, Mount Vernon area. Sponsored by Skagit River Brewery, Steelhead Lacrosse. And we played on a field up in Mount Vernon.
I've seen the T-shirts. Go ahead.
Old grass field. Blackberries right on the side of the field, like literally 3 feet off the edge of the field, down a hill.
Yeah.
So we start the game out, and ball goes towards the sideline. I go blazing for the ball, jump for the ball to try to keep it in. My whole entire body ends up in the blackberries.
Wow, Carter Cushing, though, that was a deep shot. It's stopped by Reef. Reef now got it for Meadowdale. Now here comes the trick for Meadowdale. Can they get it into the offensive zone here? And speed helps you out there. There's the mystery man 28. We didn't really find out who he was. He loses it. It's picked up by Martin. Go ahead with your story.
So our former Snohomish girls lacrosse coach, Tobin Graves.
Oh, Toby. Fireman Toby Graves.
One of my fellow
Cushing
players.
one-on-one. That's just cold-blooded right there. Oh, baby.
44, Carter Cushing.
My goodness. Justice Cagle.
So Justice Cagle one-on-one with the goalie, changes direction, couple fakes.
Jake Reef. Yeah, what did I do to deserve that?
So Toby peels me out of the blackberries.
Yeah.
With some of the other players. So then we get back up on the field, and then I'm playing defense for this game. The goalie starts running down the field, running towards the 50, carrying the ball. And so I'm on the defensive end, so I start running towards him. He's being covered by one of our players. I end up clotheslining him at the 50-yard line, completely head over heels, onto the ground. And my father-in-law turns to my wife and says, "Is he dead?"
Well, it was nice of him to be concerned.
So he proceeded to ask, I didn't realize that they could do this. I didn't realize the sport could be that physical.
Right.
How can they play a game like this?
But you were happy to be land safely. On the ground, here's 50-50 is picked up there by 24. Damian gets it now in the middle, trying to go right cross crease in there. It's picked up by Ben. Hansen. 5, there's a straight shot down. Bounces off. Now it's
By number 33, Cannon Taylor.
Trying to figure out who's going to get it. I have a friend who plays rugby, and he said, don't call it a scrum ever. Justice. Hard, tough angle there.
What do you call it, a comeback?
No, you mean when they're all fighting for the ball.
Don't call it a comeback?
Don't call it a scrum. He doesn't like that. It's not a technical. He doesn't like people using the rugby term scrum.
What are you supposed to call it?
I don't know. He didn't give me that. He just said he didn't like it.
A melee?
I don't know. Kind of a
gathering?
There's a deep downtown shot. He wants it. The lefty.
Maybe a pack of crows, a murder?
Yeah, I don't know. Cannon Taylor, he wants to get on the scoring column. 13-1 so far right here. 2:27 left to go in the third quarter. Snohomish in control early and often. Colston Jones.
Oh, and Reef denied 5-hole again.
Saved by Reef.
Payne trying to clear the ball, goes way down the field, midfield. And it's going to be one picked up against Hansen. The freshman gets in it. Nice hustle there and gets it back out to number 20, Colston Jones. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. So you played again is the whole point of the story. Did you ever play again after that incident?
Oh, yeah. My daughter wasn't even born. I played until my daughter was about 4 years old.
There's a shot and a save by Reef. Damian Scott.
Another save by Reef.
Yeah, altogether I played men's club for about 20 years.
Wow.
Locally in the area.
Cagle camping out, owns real estate there on that left side of the cage. That time a little far.
That ball's
to the
down
right.
in the valley, Scott.
Yeah, that is deep, and I don't think it's playable. Trying to get Ben Hansen in. He turns, he shoots. It's stopped, though, by Rafe right on the corner edge. Good shot there by the freshman. Ben Hansen.
That looks like Ben might have actually caught the side of the net on that one.
Coming down here, 17 in blue. Tyler Carlin, the guy who scored the only goal here for the Mavericks so far. 56 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
So I'd really like to see Meadowdale settle it down here and just get some nice clean passes and not try to force it.
Carlin working on the far side over there.
They need to really try to make something work here.
Not much time to work, 41 seconds. He's way down on the far side. Gets it off to Walsh, one of the speedier Mavericks. Purveying the field here, looking to see what he can do. 28 on the clock.
I mean, they're doing a good job of spreading out the defense for Snohomish. But it's time for them to run their plays.
Back in the stick of Tyler Carlin. Carlin working it. 8 seconds left. Got to go to cage. Fakes it. Hard angle goes behind. Tough pass to handle, and it's going to go out as time expires. The good news for the Mavericks is Snohomish didn't score, but at the end of 3, it's 13-1. We'll be back with more high school boys lacrosse on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200+ national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
You know, I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now, I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Rairdens of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Rairdens of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Good luck and everything. Stay healthy. All righty. We're part of the community here, Todd Elvig. We're chit-chatting with the Briggs family. We got, come on, we're out in the stands tonight.
Part of the crowd.
Yeah, we are.
Here we go.
Quentin Graves' dad's hanging out. I mean, come on. Fourth quarter begins here. Snohomish 13-1, trying to carry some momentum. Oh, Meadowdale with a rare face-off win, but not really momentarily. And great work there coming out of the huddle there as Seth Martin done a good job. There's a shot on Jake Reef, and to your point, that he's played well.
Yeah, another save by Reef. I mean, he's playing. Oh.
No answer for that, though. Carter Cushing, the senior.
Announcer curse.
Winds up. There's no stopping that. Don't stop believing.
No, he found the perfect spot on that. Changed levels. Got it right inside the far pipe. Nothing Reef could do about that one.
First goal tonight for Carter. Not his first for the season, of course. Got 10 goals coming in, so make it 11 with an assist, the junior midfielder. And we have about 10 minutes and 53 seconds, Steve Sawyer. Don't yawn on me over there. Is it the company of the hour? What's going on over here?
I just want to see if Meadowdale has an answer to
we have a
the
serious decision to make. As Snohomish picks it up there on the far side, right in front of the booth. Oh, there it is. We have our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game that's going to come up here and be interviewed by us.
I believe you were the one in the second quarter saying it's past your bedtime.
It is past my bedtime, but I wasn't yawning.
Good point.
I could be yawning at any minute, though. I'm not
point.
going to lie. Up top here for Snohomish, 14-1. There's a shot. Again, Cannon. That's not a coincidence. Cannon, his first name.
Yeah, that was a cannon.
Nobody's made that joke
well
ever.
Over the top of the cage.
Ben Hansen, he wants some. Tough angle. And the hustle there.
Yeah, I think Coach would want to see Ben Hansen cut back on that one, get a better angle, and go lefty.
So many considerations here for a player of the game. One being Colston Jones.
Shot by Colston Jones.
Coming back out. Here is Ricky Nilsson trying to find an open blue jersey Maverick. No look kind of shot past, not sure what Tyler Carlin was trying to do. He's got the only goal.
Saved by Christian Ames. Now we have Christian Ames in the cage.
Okay, good changeup. Nice job. Boy, he's a big fella. Look, he fills it up there. Outstanding. And that was well prepared by you, number 45 on the roster, Steve Sawyer.
Senior goalie for Snohomish, seeing some time.
So they have Monroe coming up Tuesday, April 9th, and then the big matchup, always fun, Glacier Peak at Snohomish down at Veterans Memorial Stadium on the 13th. We'll check with the powers at STSPN to see if that's going to get on our interwebs. As Snohomish brings it down, 8:17 left in this game, up 14-1.
Yeah, Snohomish and Glacier Peak is always such a great rivalry, and we love doing the games, and it would be fantastic to be able to do it again. They always bring tremendous amount of competition to each other.
Carl Wallace, I believe.
Carl Wallace
that is with the score right there, going to make it 15.
Again, outside, right across the goalie's face mask, top corner, opposite side. Absolute perfect placement of the ball. You can't find those as a goalie. They're just too difficult to stop. So, I mean, just great placement on those shots. Much better to see when they take shots like that when instead of those errant shots that are going 10 feet over the top of the cage.
Yeah, those are tough.
I mean, if anything, this is a good opportunity for Snohomish to really figure out some of their sets and figure out some of their movements and really try to understand what they want to do on their offenses and on their defensive sets.
Seth Martin back to the line.
Well, and they had that just, again, that tough loss they're coming off of to Woodinville, 9-8 in the overtime. So mentally, again, just to kind of get your feet under you, excuse me, get some confidence going.
Yeah, really good game to get them back on track and to get them
Seth Martin
back
again
in
with
the
a
right
face-off.
headspace.
Yeah. Back over. Still a lot of lacrosse yet to play here in the state of Washington. As Snohomish getting instructions there from head coach Chris Cote. Owen Wallace out front now. Did so much work behind the goal in the first half, just feeding Justice and Ryan Cote and others.
So Snohomish once again has Meadowdale's defense stretched out. So it makes it really difficult for them to slide and give any help.
Shot by Brian Cole, number 6.
It's basically just giving Snohomish's free reign to shoot.
Yeah. Shot there by Brian Call there was off. And the hustle that picked up. So who are you thinking here for player of the game? You got any, you want to start that conversation? There's a shot and a goal.
Goal by Brian Call.
Brian Call, the long stick.
At 5:45 in the fourth.
Winds the turbines up and punches it in.
I mean, the people out there in TV land can't see it, but I'm grinning ear to ear because I love it when long sticks wind up from the outside. I was a long stick myself, and there's nothing better.
Did they ever let you shoot?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I scored a few times.
Well, okay. I was just trying to be,
Jones at the line.
qualifying.
I have a blistering shot.
Do you really?
There's no doubt about
Righty,
it.
lefty?
Righty.
Okay.
Yeah. But both ways. I can go both ways.
Of course you can.
With the lacrosse stick.
Snohomish in the Wesco D1 as face-off And that's a rare win there for the Mavericks, Eric Beach. But he quickly loses possession by Brian Call coming in and making a difference here.
So, Scott, as far as player of the game, I mean, you obviously have to have Ryan Cote in the discussion.
Yes.
Number 9, but, I'm really kind of leaning towards Justice Cagle.
Okay, Brendan Walsh. There's a fire and a stop by the senior goalie. Brandon Walsh, he had
nope, goalie switch again.
Everything.
Now we have Hogan Hewitt in the goalie.
Oh, my gosh.
Hayden Hewitt, sorry. Another goalie switch on us.
Okay. I have him down as a senior, so I could have been right, close to right, almost correct.
Yeah, Hayden's a senior. My apologies. Christian Ames, who was in earlier, was sophomore.
All righty. There's some discussion here amongst our fan base here. There's another shot. And save there. That was really off the right. That's MJ Keith who shot that one. As a lot of the other kids. That's off the dome.
Right off the helmet.
Oh, my. He comes back and picks it right back up. Time winding down. So
this is part of the game when they're ahead like this. You really don't want them to get sloppy, and you don't want them to just play loose and fast. You want them to work on their fundamentals, and you want them to use this opportunity as a time to figure out chemistry and just get better.
There, he had plenty of time and room there. There's a good stop by Reef once again, who's been, all things considered, outstanding. I mean, 90% of this game has been right at his doorstep trying to defend. It's picked up once again here by Snohomish, hustling down the line. So, yes, we have Ryan Cote. Again, if you're going simply goals, he's got 5 goals. You have Justice Cagle at 4 goals. And then a myriad of other Panthers down the line. So you have the honor and the privilege. I mean, we could see a show of hands here in the stands as Jake Reef grabs another one.
I think, Justice has a couple more points, I believe, from the, the feeds or the assist to Ryan Cote, and I think Ryan has one as well.
All righty. Tyler.
But, I mean, it's a jump ball between the two.
Yeah, trying to get Donnie Nilsson.
They have been dominant this game.
Back in the white jersey, Snohomish Panthers once again. The defense has been outstanding. Really haven't given them hardly any chances. Just under 2 minutes. So Justice Cagle, I feel like you're leaning towards that.
I think that's my thought.
All right, we're gonna have to have somebody go. Our staff of hundreds will have to go down and get him. Nice pick. That was anticipation by MJ Keith.
I mean, just a player after my own heart when they take those defenders and make them offensive guys.
Yes, too. See, it's all making sense now. Justice with the ball. It's interrupted there. And flying down is our mystery man. We apologize for 28 in blue. We don't know who you are. I could try and look. Actually, I have another. Just, of course, right at the end of the game, I have another thought of maybe figuring out who he is.
1 minute remaining game.
Oh, yeah. Kim.
Timeout Meadowdale.
Sorry, Kim. Timeout Meadowdale, right, with 56 seconds. As Jake Reef, I don't know if we have him on camera, the Maverick goalie. He's to the right if you keep panning. There he is, just hanging out. Coach said timeout. He says, I'm taking one right here.
Yeah. I think that's the epitome of the game for Jake Reef today. It's been on his doorstep, as Scott said, the entire game, and he's spent. He's just spent.
If you want him in the huddle, send an Uber. So we're going to have our adrenaline fundraising player of the game come up here, Justice Cagle. We'll get him in the booth. Maybe well, he's probably going to be, he won't need the heat or the warmth.
No. He's plenty warm.
All right, we want to thank everybody. Tomorrow on the STSPN airwaves, just hearing from the program director here, Todd Elvig, that we've got a baseball game, high school baseball tomorrow, Todd? Yes, we do. Say Jackson and somebody else.
I think it's Lake Stevens.
Lake Stevens, the Vikings against the Timberwolves from Jackson High School. Ron the Wedge Henthorn on the call. He is fantastic at baseball. He is just right in the zone. It's just awesome.
You know you're gonna see some long ball in that game.
Yeah, in fact, I might actually suggest that will be more. It could be more entertaining than opening day for the Mariners. The Jackson Lake Stevens game in baseball.
Of course, they didn't have Ichiro.
No, the Mariners
fulfilling his career. One
Mavericks
last time.
trying to get something here in the last seconds, and they lose it one more time. The turnover's killing them. Give credit to Snohomish. And Colston Jones comes up, and they want one more. Colston. And he's taken down. Still tangled up, finally gets up. Shot and a save.
Colson with the long stick side shuttle pass.
That was a rip.
30 seconds.
23 seconds. Jake Reef, he's like, I'm going to give it a shot. There's a high fly ball. And Riley, he gets it. Or Tyler Carlin.
Great clear.
Trying to get it into 13. On the ground, 4 seconds left. And that will do it. 16-1. We're going to try. We'll step away for a second. We're going to go try and get our Adrenaline Fundraiser player of the game. And we'll interview him right here coming up. Snohomish
Save, drive home.
with the win. 16-1 over Meadowdale. We'll be right back. So who knows justice?
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200+ national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
You know how I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership? Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now, I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Rairdens of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Rairdens of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, are we on? Oh, yeah, I can step. What do you want to do? Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Let's, what do you want me to do? Go over here, Todd?
Okay.
Ode to the Oregon State Beavers. Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh,
wow, come on down here. Make me look taller, though. I like it when you make me look
I'll
taller.
go one stand
No,
up.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is too much of a close-up for me. How are we doing? Justice?
Yes, sir.
How are you tonight?
I'm great.
You're our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game, and actually I'll try. One thing we forgot to bring down here was your big T-shirt. But you had 4 goals tonight, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're coming in tonight. What was the talk early? You know, we could have, obviously Ryan got a lot, and you have Wallace with the feeder back there with the assist. But tell us what you're feeling. It's still early in the season.
Yeah, honestly, just trying to get more assists.
You're trying to get more assists?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so your coach told us that you're a former defender.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, you had 43 goals in 2 seasons, but do you still – I mean, are you begging Coach Cote, please give me a long stay. I want to play defense.
You know what? Sometimes during practice, I am begging them.
Are you?
Go back a little bit, but during game time, I want what's best for the team, and if that's playing short pole, then that's playing short pole.
Okay, I got to score goals. I got to get interviewed.
Dang it.
Okay, twist my arm. Tell us about the makeup of this team this year. Again, you guys had a great season last year. You have Monroe coming up next. How is the team melding, and where do you think we're going here for the Panthers?
You know what? We're working really hard. We worked hard on the offseason, and we're working hard at every single practice, trying to get better every single day, trying to work harder every single day. And so we're just mentally determined for anything that's in our path. So,
right, what's your favorite shot here? You like it on the left side. I understand you kind of put your name there in the turf wherever you go. That left side, is that where you kind of hang out?
Don't tell them everything. Don't tell them everything. I go anywhere. Put me anywhere on the field.
Right, left?
I'm scoring everywhere.
Okay, all right.
I'm scoring everywhere.
All right, hold this T-shirt. If you're our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game, we'll get a good picture. So Justice Cagle here. 4 goals. Big win here for Snohomish over the Mavericks. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great time. Congratulations. Everything good the rest of the season, and we'll see you next time. And, we got to hold the T-shirt up.
There we go. It's the paparazzi that won.
There you go. Yeah, that's you're going to have to.
It's a specialty crop top.
That's right. That's right. All right. We're going to wrap it up, Todd. That's it. Thank you, Justice.
Thank you
Congratulations,
so
everybody here putting up with us. 16-1, Snohomish Panthers. Stay tuned. More high school boys lacrosse here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play